Hey, hello my YouTube friends. Today we're gonna talk about some kind of borderline thing going on. So it's about prostitution in Hong Kong. It's always been like the cops are trying to catch people. So there are rules and regulations that you must oblige to it. And the reason is it's if you're a pimp or something like that, living off money from prostitution, like introducing, customers for a prostitute, gaining money from prostitute, that's totally illegal, right? So you can't do that, and you can't open up brothels or anything like that in Hong Kong. It's totally illegal. So there are some laws that people like get in between laws to trying to beat the legal system, right? So let me tell you a little bit about the legal system here in Hong Kong, like borderline or whatever. So usually people will go to karaoke. So they'll go to a karaoke, they'll sing, they would have, a karaoke, sing, dancing in a club or something like that. And there are girls that would drink with you, play like dice games and stuff like that. And right, that's like totally legal. And so there's a mama sang that's in charge of the girls like that. But the thing is, it's legal because there's no prostitution going on there, right? So no prostitution, that's totally legal. So the mama sang can recruit these girls to work in this nightclub, which is perfectly legal. But the thing is, when they go into the room and play dice or play games, sing with you, it will cost you money. So they call it like in parts. So like one part is probably like 20 minutes or something like that. So 20 minutes this girl entertains you, so they'll charge a certain amount of money. So at the end of the night, you must conclude the charges with the mama sang. So for example, they say, okay, you set she had on your table for like on 5 parts. So 5 parts will be a certain amount, like maybe $150 to entertain you. And then when she gives you, and then when she leaves, you give her a tip, right? So you probably give her like a $200 tip or $400 tip, depends of how, do you feel like it or not. Look at that, that's a food street here. It's beautiful here in Causeway Bay. No tourists, by the way, just all locals. Yeah, so we talk about, totally legal. But the deal is when what happens after the customer walks out the door or the girl, leaves your table, it's nothing to do with the company. So the company is, that's the deal is already done. So usually the girl will meet you, get her number or something, meet her privately to do their business, right? So they will charge you whatever amount you guys, people who agree to be in with, right? So that will usually be the case. So when this happens, they go to a hotel room and do their business, and I guess they're done after that, right? So that's the police, that's perfectly, they can't catch you for anything. But the thing I really want to talk about is, anyways, let's get distracted. At the end of the street here used to be Red Lobster, but unfortunately Red Lobster has closed due to COVID, because even until now as we talk, there's no tourists, anything. So Red Lobster only came for like a couple years and went totally out of business. So that's the news on Red Lobster. So another thing is people, the borderline legal thing that the cops can catch you is usually here in Hong Kong they hire the prostitutes in Hong Kong hire a room or something like that. So a single person working for herself as a prostitute, and she's making her own money, and that's not illegal. So you can basically go to this hotel, Love Hotel or something, and she'll be there and you pay them, and then it'll be totally legal because there's no third party people involved, so they're not, there's no commission or anything you have to get charged by the girl. So that is usually what's going on. Yeah, so many things happen in Hong Kong that, people trying to. By the way, here, let's get distracted. Here's a German restaurant here. You see all the pretzels, so it's Oktoberfest. A lot of people inside drinking beer and celebrating. But just local people, again, no tourists. I'm still lucky they're still around, So let's go back. So the one is called Yat Lao Yat Fong in Cantonese, so it means one girl, one room. Or one room basically, so that's legal, so they can catch them. So let's talk about the things now. This happened today. So the police are constantly trying to crack down on the prostitution and all that, but it's illegal mainlanders from the communist China, mainland China. So they come here as like a tourist visa and all that, but they're not allowed to work, right? Because they're only a tourist. So the thing is, if they are a tourist, they're just supposed to shopping, go sightseeing, do anything they want to, except, working. So if in Hong Kong, they have pretty strict labor laws. So if I have a company, I hire a, II, illegal immigrant, doesn't matter from mainland or anywhere, and you get caught by the immigration department, I can face 6 months imprisonment. And the person that I hire will be deported. So that is a big deal, right? So I think you get the message, get what I'm talking about. Because as you know, Hong Kong has a population around 7 million, but like 6% of already has left Hong Kong due to these security laws and all, the police walking around being really strict. So, they're in mainland China, there's so many billion people. So they trying to, they're from the farm, really, live under the poverty line. They're really poor. And so they get trafficked to Hong Kong to make money. So they'll come down as a tourist and they'll try any ways, illegal means to make money. So she would do the same as the local girl or whatever. I think there are hardly much local girls left in Hong Kong, to work as sex industry, right? So these mainland Chinese would come to Hong Kong, and these pimps will arrange work for them, arrange a room, and to have customers for them, right? So the deal is there's two things they will catch them, both illegal and overstay. So they are only, mainland Chinese are only allowed to come to Hong Kong if they stay under 2 weeks. But if you don't get caught, they'll probably stay for how many years, even you don't know that, right? So right now, there are many flash inspections. They go to these, single room prostitution places to just spot check everybody's ID and everything like that. And today is really sad because you see this girl, so desperate, the cops are just rushing down upstairs, trying to chase them down and deport them. And this girl actually was working, I guess, and she went out went out. So I'll show you the clip and tell me what you think.
有個女人唔知做乜嘢擒咗出嚟啊！喺我樓下。睇唔睇到啊？睇唔睇到啊？哇哇哇！ 料度喎，男人嚟嘅可能有啲料度喎，落得咁撚準嘅，哇，唔係講笑喎。
So what do you think of the clip? Isn't that pretty bad? I mean, oh, you feel kind of sad for these workers from mainland China, but that's in reality. They're really strict now, tightening down on what's been happening, you know. Oh dear, and it's just so sad. They were in working attire, very inappropriate clothing, so she was just climbing out the window, basically risking her life, you know. I think, wouldn't you say, after seeing this clip? Yeah, so it's pretty sad to see this kind of thing happening in Hong Kong, but it's just, you don't know what's going on, and it's just, you know, totally unnecessary. I don't mean that unnecessary, but I mean it's like they shouldn't, you know, this girl climbing up in this kind of attire and cops just racing down. What happened if she died, you know? I mean, is it too, the cops, could they handle it, you know, maybe can they handle the situation or spot check the situation a little bit more appropriately instead of just storming in or whatever they did to force her out the window? So this is one of the things I really want to tell you guys, you know, sometimes is it really appropriate? And luckily this girl is still alive, and definitely she's going to be deported and, you know, probably won't be allowed to come to Hong Kong again. But it's just crazy things that's been happening in Hong Kong, and I just really want to report, you know, what happened here. Anyway guys, thank you my patrons again. Thank you for subscribing, give me a like, and I really appreciate it. Okay, bye bye guys.